Welcome back, everyone. And so now we're finally going to start playing with some code. I have started a little program here. You may want to pause the video and just copy what I have so far. Very simple little program. I have a main method here, and I'm setting up a scanner and binding it to system.in, which is the keyboard. And I'm prompting the user to enter a month number of 1 through 12, 1 being January, 12 being December. And I'm reading the keyboard for an integer called month for that value. And then I'm prompting the user to enter a day number, 1 through 31, for the day of the month. And I'm reading in that for from the keyboard and putting it in a variable called day. And things get interesting here on line 12. I am defining, remember that the declaration of a variable is a type followed by an identifier or name. Same thing, identifier or name. And this type is Boolean, which is a primitive, and its name is isFeb. And I am initializing, well, I was initializing. I am initializing isFeb to this value. So let's go over what that value really is before we get into the code. Let me see. I need to, hopefully you can see this. There are 6 relational operators. There is greater than or equal to, greater than or equal to, and not equal to. For this exercise, we're mostly going to be using the equal to, the equals operator. All the others work analogously, and so this is just for convenience. And so the way this, for example, equals works is if I declare a variable, primitive, say I, and have it 5, I equals 5 will resolve, this entire expression will resolve to a Boolean value of either true or false. It will be true in this case since I is 5. Had I been something other than 5, it would have been resolved to false. Again, Booleans are true or false and nothing else. So this month equal to is going to depend on whether or not the user entered 2. So let's run this little program and see what we get. And I will run it as a Java application. And here I will put in my month, and let's start off with a month of 1, which is not 2. And I'm supposed to enter a day. I'll enter 1 for that. And you see the program does nothing else. That's because isFeb is false. And so this condition here for my if statement is false. This system out print line is my true path. And since the condition is false, I skip that and keep going. I'll talk about line 14 here just a little bit later, but not quite yet. Let's run it again, and this time I'll be nice and put in 2 for my month and 1 for the day. And now we see my program prints out month is February. That's because month equal 2 resolved to true. isFeb was initialized to true. My condition here for the if statement is true, and I print out that. My month is February. Notice here I am assigning a variable to record my Boolean value. I don't actually have to do that. Remember that since relational operators effectively return a Boolean result, I could just have put month equal 2 in my if statement right there as the condition, and it evaluated exactly the same as if I had used an intermediate variable. So now, this is actually the first step we're going to take, and I'm going to stop here, but what I want you to do before you start the next video is declare a variable and check whether the user enters a day of 14. Okay? And we will work with this when we come back.